Multi-talented Jeff Bonner is our final presenter. Jeff is a fine musician, a self-professed longtime music fanatic, multimedia designer, and music entrepreneur. He is the owner-operator of Tractorgrease Music Studio, Tractorgrease Multi-media, and the Tractorgrease Café restaurant, the funky setting on Chilliwack River Road for a regular series of intimate concerts featuring the likes of Steve Dawson, Bill Bourne, and 5440. Jeff has done so much to make Chilliwack a friendly place for musicians to play, record, and entertain local audiences. Jeff, please.
Well, here we are, and what you're looking at here is Tractorgrease Café. It's the business I decided to open up in the middle of the Chilliwack River Valley, and I put a little winter photo in there just to remind everybody that winter is coming. And there's nothing better to spend a winter night than some live music entertainment. And man, if I had only known what I created there at Tractorgrease Café when I entered the building that you see here. That was the Point Vista. And the Point Vista was up and operating for about 50 years as a breakfast and lunch place. But I knew music was in my soul. And so with a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of vision, I created the place that you see there, and that's the Tractorgrease Café, the way it sits right now. I saw it as a place that it would make a mark on the Canadian music scene as a venue of choice for touring musicians across Canada. And what you're seeing is the first open mic, and that was really the foundation of Tractorgrease and what really built the culture there. It started with the open mic. And that's me sitting on the stage with Quinn. He was the cook at the time and a fabulous guitar player. So he would often come out of the kitchen and accompany me in a lot of these shows. And, you know, this is the outdoor stage. It graduated into having these big events here where this is a Canada Day about 2 years ago. And obviously everybody was out of their seats for the final performance of about 8 bands that day. But, you know, it's not all about the big concerts. It's all about creating community. And, you know, the success of any small business is creating that community. So having these slow pitch jams, they're called here with Sue Malcolm. This is a Sunday afternoon, and we would have these acoustic jams where people could just start to learn how to play. And it brings out people of all ages. But getting connected with the musicians is one thing, but connected to other artists as well. And we knew opening up Tractorgrease that Gary Hagquist paintings would be hanging, and they really provide the vibe when you walk in the doors of Tractorgrease. Again, connecting with community. This is Eddie Gardner and one of the drum circles that we would host. Every New Year's Day, we would have a salmon ceremony. And so, you know, connecting with all these different pockets within our community is really important to the success of a small business. Up in the Chilliwack River Valley, it is an amazing area for outdoor activities. There's mountain biking and hiking, and this is out back here at Tractorgrease Land, a large area which I built for large events, and it came very handy this summer for doing any event with all the spacing that we had to do. And I couldn't do it without all the, I call them the Tractorgrease family, and this is just an iPhone photo, but it really captured what it's like after hours at Tractorgrease when the staff get off their shift and some of the jamming stragglers are there and the acoustic guitars come up. That's where a lot of the real magic happens. It's pretty easy to work at Tractorgrease. Here's a poster or pamphlet of a bunch of the shows that we put on, and it was interesting me doing this because I had to go back into months of all these brochures that I made of all these shows, and it's amazing the talent that has strolled through the door of Tractorgrease since we started. Here we got Neil Osborne and his daughter, Neil from 5440, one of the iconic Canadian bands, and we've had tons of amazing artists like Tom Wilson and Steve Dawson and Colin Linden, and they've all played Tractorgrease at some time. So those are some of the established artists, but it's always nice to see the up-and-comers and some of these Canadian touring bands that they're out on the road for over 200 days. And when you see a band like this, the Dead South came out and they played at Tractorgrease, and right at the point of COVID, I guess they were just totally on the rise. So it's nice to see that kind of a talent hitting Tractorgrease and building a community of performers. So building the community of patrons and building the staff. But we had a lot of artists. Here's Brian O'Brien playing to a sold out show. No one was really more anticipated than a Brian O'Brien show, and he just made a home at Tractorgrease. It's really rewarding seeing this, and this is Bill Bourne. He's a Juno Award winner, and they felt so comfortable hanging out that he would take in the open mic. And this is Dave from Coquitlam, just happened to be around for the open mic and get backed up by a Juno Award winner. You can see the smiles on their faces. I wanted to put this out because this is kind of the end of the night of the open mic, and where a lot of the culture of Tractorgrease really is from this sort of thing. And my partner Tazy's here laughing in the background. Jeff, our cook, is clapping his hands, and there's Gary Hagquist on the cajon. That's the kind of community we're trying to build there. And how did that guy get on there? Jeff Edwards there is part of the creative commission, and this was the last night that we were open indoors at Tractorgrease. It was March 12th, and and then the pandemic came, and well, we had to keep Tractorgrease going, so we did a virtual open mic, and that's Tazy Taylor, my partner, and we have a group called Tamahai, and we're going to be playing here in a few minutes, so hold on. But we had to keep the music going, so we did it virtually. But then this summer, we were lucky enough to have our Tractorgrease land, large area built up, and we were able to have these nice, safe distance concerts. This is an article from the Vancouver Sun showing the Van Rays playing at Tractorgrease here this summer. And this is a little bit of a story about a small business that, and myself chasing a dream of something I'm passionate about. I think it's really important right now for us to remember that there's a lot of small business stories. There's a lot of people in town with their businesses and their dreams, and they're passionate about it. And it's important right now to go support these small businesses. And this holiday season, buy Christmas gifts from these small businesses like Waddington's and All Things Eco and Luna Float. It's really important right now to support the culture and small business that provides a lot for this city. So I'm going to deke out of here because I got to go play some music, and I got to go the whole way across town. I'm Jeff Bonner. This is Tractorgrease, and thank you very much for having me.
We now feature Tamahai with Jeff Bonner and Tazy Taylor performing for us, as Jeff has magically transported himself back to Tractorgrease Music Studio. They have a 2-song set, including Listen Up Karen and Drive Me Crazy. Over to you, Jeff.
Whew, that was a quick drive.
Lickety split.
Yeah, all the way across town. Hopefully I'm on time for this. And thank you so much for having me on at the PechaKucha. And this is the entertainment part of the night. We are Tamahai, and sitting next to me is the lovely Tazy Taylor.
Nice to meet you all virtually.
Yeah. So we've been playing in Tamahai for a while now, and we live up in the Chilliwack River Valley. So thought it's a good name for a band that lives up here, especially since we've written a lot of these songs sitting in the forest with our acoustic guitars and that sort of thing. This song is a brand new one, and we've never played it live before. Anywhere. So it's called Listen Up Karen. And just slow down, because
I would like to say
Karen is a trendy word right now. The teenagers are using it.
That's right. And the most astute woman I know is named Karen, so feel free to substitute that for any name.
Beatrice or, I don't know.
Buford or Bob.
Yeah. Anyway, this song is about, I guess we wrote it. There's a lot of anxiety and fear right now, a lot of news, and it's nice to get away from all that. And, everybody's affected differently. There's businesses closed and jobs lost, and some people are doing super well with it. But in the end, we just got to keep our heads up and think positive and that's what the song's about. I'm just going to play the song
Let's do it.
because, yeah, it'll explain things better.
You say life ain't easy these days, but since life is what you make it, so go on out there and fake it. So that's what the hell do they know anyway? Do you sit and wonder? Do you lay down and ponder? Yeah, the world ain't crumbling like it says in the news. Sky ain't falling from you. So listen up, Karen, 'cause life is good. Life is good.
When it rains, it pours, and the heat's too warm, and the golf game starts to stutter, we'll sit and bitch about politics and how the government should be better. Whether it's skin tone hues or religious views, the complaints they can be so bitter. Well, yes, that life is pretty good if all we bitch about is the weather.
World ain't crumbling like it says in the news. Sky ain't falling from you. So listen up, Karen. This world ain't crumbling like it says on the news. Sky ain't falling from you. So listen up, Karen. 'Cause life is good. Life is good. Na 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 na. Life is good. Na 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 na. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. The world ain't crumbling like it says in the news. Sky ain't falling from you. So listen up, Karen. World ain't crumbling. Sky ain't falling from you. So listen up, Karen. Listen up, Karen. 'Cause life is good.
All right, that one is Listen Up, Karen. And we got one more tune for you. This one is called Driving Me Crazy. And it was written pre-pandemic when little things like the busyness of life kind of drove us nuts, like shitty buffets and
Airport delays.
airport delays. And
Which seems like a treat now.
it would be
Woo.
true. I would probably Instagram myself in an airport right
Yeah.
now, you know. So when you're listening to the chorus of this one, just remember that, you know, this is pre-pandemic, and let's just hope that all these things become intolerable again for us.
Yeah, and there's things then that drove us crazy, and there's things about this situation that drive us crazy.
Totally, yeah.
And
If there weren't so many words in
If
the chorus,
those
I would
now
probably
seem
write
like-
a different chorus for it.
yeah,
But it took me a while to remember all these.
yeah, that's true.
And I wrote this song. I got a job up in to do some video editing, actually, up in a ranch near Clinton, BC. And it was like a 700-acre ranch. And you know, here's a guy from the city up there with a bunch of ranchers who worked extremely hard on the ranch, and there I am inside in the warmth on my computer and stuff. And
like,
that's
"Look at
kind
this
of
guy."
where this song started. So this is called Driving Me Crazy.
city boy in ranch land, you better bet I need a helping hand. The wood's not cut, the hay's still in the field. It's winter time, cold as hell, I'll make it work.
I
No, I will, this land's a sword, I ain't got no shield. Well, I know in my heart I need this fresh start. And get away from the days and the job that pays and the big city haze and the jammed highways. Man, that shit is driving me crazy. Yeah, man, that shit, well, it's driving me crazy. Yeah. City boy in ranch land, you better bet. Well, it's hard to brand this way of life on any uncalloused fool. And the sky at night is lit up well with both the dippers and Orion's belt. That big old moon looking like a sparkling jewel.
Well, I know
In my heart, I need this fresh start. And get away from the days and the job that pays and the big city haze and the jammed highways.
big box maze, airport delays,
Abduct and graze, no parking space.
Facebook days, shitty buffets,
Near fairways, overpriced entrees.
cats that spray, broken Chevrolets,
And phone surveys and funds to raise.
latest craze, high interest rates.
No holidays, feeling like a slave. Man, that shit is driving me crazy. Yeah, man, that shit is driving me crazy.
Well, I know in my heart,
Yeah, I know. Well, in my heart. Yeah, I know. Well, in my heart. Well, I need this fresh
start.
and get away from the days and the job that pays and the big city haze and the jammed highways.
Big box maze, airport delays,
Abduct and graze, no parking space.
Facebook days, shitty buffets,
Near fairways, overpriced entrees.
cats that spray, broken Chevrolets,
And phone surveys and funds to raise.
latest craze, high interest rates.
No holidays, feeling like a slave. Man, that shit, it's driving me crazy. Yeah, man, that shit is driving me crazy. Yeah, man,
that
shit is driving me crazy. Well, thank you very much. We are Tamahai. Thank you to the Chilliwack Creative Commission for hosting this event and for having us play along. We really appreciate it. And everybody, rock on.
That's right. Rock on, rest easy.